Happy July, friends. Welcome to Cancer season. Ramona here from Kion Wellness Intuitive Arts. Welcome to July. Welcome to the so emotional month of Cancer, where it's all about focusing on your emotional well-being, prioritizing what's in your best interest, and really getting ready to make some bold moves towards what gives you joy and fulfillment. There are also a few planets in retrograde for July, and I'm not going to remember them all. I know there's Neptune and Saturn. I can't remember the third one. So that might give cause sometimes for delays or situations where reassessment needs to take place. So something else to keep in mind. But let's hop into the readings. You are welcome to watch the whole thing. You can cross watch, so watch for your sun, your moon, your Venus, your rising. Or you can just hop in and out of whichever one you want. I hope you enjoy. I hope it resonates. Feel free to leave a comment. Anything that resonates with you, anything that you want to reflect on. I love to get comments from people, so feel free. I will see you online. Aries, happy July. Happy Cancer season. Oh, wow. Your cards are just ready to come out. Just get my holder here for you. So the first one that came out for you, Aries, is face down. So you know what that means. You can not deal with it right now if you don't want to, if you feel you're not ready, or you can deal with it. So what you have here is emotional withdrawal, which is to take some time. To take some time out to... Sorry, I just realized it's very dark in here. Emotional withdrawal, to take some time to block out the noise from everything around you and everything that you're dealing with in all aspects of life. A time to break out or break away everyone else's emotions who are tied to their opinions for you and to you and about you, and time to really go within and see how you feel, see what you want, see what feels right for you, see if you're on the path that you want to be, and if you're not, how you're going to affect change, what you're going to do about it. And you've also got your destiny card here. Destiny, getting a sense of, and again, where do you want to go? And are you on that path? Or is there something else you should be doing to assist that, to make your path more of a reality than where you are now? And it's creating your own destiny and really sorting out. And you can see her hand is on the heart there, and it's really feeling it. So getting a sense of, are you doing what is most aligned with you, what you are feeling called to do? And as I said, creating your own destiny. We've got heartache and loss here. And I feel like for you, Aries, it's a little bit of a it's transitionary, and it might have started or it might be coming up for you soon, as in this month. But transitionary in terms of moving from one group to another group. And however that resonates with you in your life, whether it's a work situation, whether maybe you're switching departments, maybe it's a friend base that you're moving away from one group of friend base more towards another one. Maybe one no longer resonates with you the way they used to. But it's something that you're going to feel I want to say, and just use the sting of, but it's not a huge sting, but it's something that you're going to feel the loss and the shift. And again, we can sit in that space for a bit because we grow through what we go through, right? We go through the emotions, we grow through the emotions, and that's great. But then when we're done, turn around and look at the wide expanse and the beauty there that's just waiting for us to come back and discover the joy. Aries, you've got financial and material changes coming up there. And I'm hearing be wise. I'm hearing just make a bit of a plan of action, and make sure you are getting all that you need. Make sure that you are looking after yourself first and your needs first. And cut and trim and budget wherever you need to, but do what's in your best interest. Just be mindful of it coming up. And don't stick your head in the sand. For Aries, please. Thank you. Okay, for Aries, we've got two cards here. We've got your conflict and defeat. So when this card comes up, I always get a sense of you could retreat in defeat, or you could head up. You could find the will and find the spirit, just as the spirits are moving up, to get out and to not be defeated, but to find a way around conflict, to find a way to circumvent it, that when it comes up, you not necessarily make it work for you, but you find your way around it so that it doesn't defeat you and it doesn't have you in a space that you are ready to just throw in the towel altogether. Know that where there is a will, there is a way for everything that you need to do. And make sure that you ask for guidance when needed. I call it our light team on the other side: gods, goddesses, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, whomever you go to in times of prayer or meditation, and ask for their help and ask for their guidance and ask for the wisdom and all that is needed to give us a little nudge over here on this side. Aries, your next card is Temptation card. The Temptation card is literally about, if you see, he's supposed to be looking forward as he is, but that something shiny keeps pulling his attention away. So the Temptation card translates to the holics that pull your attention and keep you distracted. Shopaholic, workaholic, alcoholic, anything that takes your attention away from the big picture and what you should be doing. So Aries, be cautious of what is out there that is pulling your attention away from the big picture, and keep bringing yourself back to stay focused on that big picture. And maybe if you put these ones together, maybe it's things come up. So you're like, oh, but I can go do this is yeah, but this is going to change. You got to buckle down. Yeah, but this is da-da-da. It's summer. Let's go. Yeah, but right. So if you line those up together, be cautious of what is trying to pull your attention away, trying to divert you from the big picture and focusing on really what you need to focus for your best interest. For Aries, please, in Cancer season. For Aries, please, for my Aries and Cancer. Okay, thank you. So, came down for you. If you're not ready, you don't have to deal with it. If you are ready, you've got a situation coming up where you have very strong partnerships and alliances. You have some people that really are ready to have your back, but you need to know that. You need to know that these people are there for you. You know that up here. It's just a trust factor of really understanding that people have your back. And you have people who could be a really strong support system. You just maybe need to open up a little bit and invite them in and and have the conversations and give it that space and give it that time. But it's also a sense of knowing too, and I see you don't have it here, but it's also a sense of knowing too, that in your solar plexus, your trust center of knowing truly who is confidant material, maybe who is not, just sort of next level down sort of thing, or a couple levels down. Trusting in your discernment of what is for you, who is for you, so you know where you can sort of lay all of your eggs, your allegiances and whatnot. Aries, whew. Your next card that came out is New Beginnings, synonymous with the Fool card at the beginning of the Major Arcana in the traditional tarot deck. And she has a look of determination on her face. She's got her bag packed. She's got her staff. She's ready to step out on top of the world. And she's ready to start something new. Aries, are you getting a sense of ready to start something new? And I'm also hearing, even if it's not something new per se, like a new concept, there's a renewed energy. There's a renewed and pointed energy, very targeted. I'm going to dedicate myself. I'm going to be regimented. I'm going to do all the things that need to be done and not be pulled aside by temptation for your new beginnings, or like a restart. Aries, you've got the movement, choices, and decisions. You might have something that's coming up in your future that will have you making a big decision. Take your time with it. I'm a big proponent, as most of us know, for a pros and cons list. Pros and cons list to really see here on the 3D what it feels like, what it looks like for you on both sides of the coin. And then doing a gut check, which is with your solar plexus and really how it feels to you, and running the tape and seeing what that looks like and what feels like it's in your best interest. Because it feels like for some of you Aries, it could be a move, like a location move. So it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal there. And then your last card that came out, Aries, is the disruption, which is synonymous with the Tower card from the Major Arcana in the traditional tarot. Tower card is when everything falls apart, but sometimes things need to fall apart for new beginnings or for better foundations and restarts. If you think back to the nursery rhyme with the three little pigs, and the one that had the brick house was stable throughout everything, but the ones with the straw, and I don't remember what the other one was. It was a very long time ago. But let's say the straw house, it was gone. It blew to shreds. So that would have been a tower moment for the piggy that lived in the straw house. However, that now gives the piggy a chance to rebuild. The space is there to build anew and build it properly and do it the way it needs to be done. So that's actually a perfect example for the tower moment. And your last card, Aries, we're going to pull from the Cosmic Oracle cards, and yours plopped over already. Stay present. That's where life happens. And I just feel called to say, don't stay in the past, but don't project into the future, because you'll miss all the goodness that's going on right here and right now. So stay present. Stay present in your life. This is where life happens. Thank you for joining, Aries. Happy Cancer season to you, and I will see you online. Taurus, my fellow Taurians. Welcome to July, and let's see what Cancer season has in store for you, for us, for you. Recognition and reward. You're starting to show up differently, Taurus. You are starting to You're showing up a little bit differently, bolder, speaking up more, doing things that you hadn't done before, and you're ready to put yourself in that arena. And it feels good. It's going to be recognized. There's going to be a little bit of sense of, wow, why didn't they show up like that before? Like, why have they been holding on to all this for so long? Why have they not been being their best vibrant self? What have we been missing out on? And it's timing. It's all in the timing. And it doesn't need to be justified to anyone as long as you are comfortable with where you are now and the trajectory that you're moving in. Where you were from, not to negate it, but that was, the work was being done. The work behind the scenes was being done. And this is where you show up now. And I love that for you, Taurus. I really love that. Oh, that one just slid right out. That is our sacral. Sacral, very much in touch with our creative side. Our creative side, our divine feminine. But I'm hearing for some Tauruses to not give up on your creativity. Don't put it aside. Don't put it on the shelf. Don't lose sight of it in the midst of everything else that is happening in your life, because that is your self-care. That is where you express yourself. That's where you also show up. And you might find that if you've been doing something creatively, let's say it's creative art, whether it's I'm seeing like a sculpture or paper mache or some form of something on a canvas, not necessarily just painting, but that same boldness that you're showing up in, that's having you show up differently in life with a little bit more, you're going to see it as well in your creativity. Because as we evolve, as we change, as we level up, all parts of us level up. And we're expressing, and as we express ourselves, whether it's in words, whether it's in dance, whether it's in song, whether it's in art, that expression is going to be seen, and it's going to look a little bit different as well, which is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually quite a beautiful thing, because it's evolution, and that's what we are here for. Taurus, please, for Taurus, for Cancer season. Oh, another chakra card, solar plexus. Solar plexus is right in our gut center. It's our trust center, trusting in ourselves, trusting in our discernment of situations, people, places, and things that are for us and not for us. Taurus, listen to your gut feelings. They're there in the gut for the reason. That's where the solar plexus is. But as I always say, it's almost like that is our soul, our essence that's put into these bodies, these vessels that we walk earth on. So what we feel in the gut is our true and honest self. It's guidance. So when we get funny feelings about something, pay attention to that. Is it an excited, all swimming in one direction, doing great? Or is there really frenetic energy that you need to take a pause and say, ooh, that doesn't feel good. I wonder why, and sort of filter through it in your mind till you come to the point and say, ooh, maybe that's not for me. And that's okay. Everything is not for everyone. If it were, we need uniqueness in the world. We need some bonds here and other bonds not so much. And it's okay if it's not for you. But it's really, I think it's more about towards listening to that gut feeling, because that is very hard as the layperson to do at times, because we just don't think about it or don't put much credence in the power of what we're feeling. I could go on, but I think you guys get it. But if you know what I mean, Taurus, feel free to put in a comment if you've ever had a situation where your gut told you a feeling and you just followed it on faith. Complete faith, knowing that, feeling that you couldn't do anything otherwise. This is what you had to do. Let me know. I would love to know if you've experienced this, because I like to hear other people's stories as well. For the Tauruses, please. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming out for July to take a listen and get some guidance here. Feel free to cross-watch with your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, your Leo. And if you're ever interested in a full reading, you can find me at rlcaenterprises.com. Kion Wellness. Foundations and achievements. You're building, Taurus. You're building something. Yeah, some of you Tauruses are building something very long term, which is fabulous. I applaud that. I applaud that. And I'm Taurus, and I'll throw myself in the collective to say that I've never really in my life had a true 5-year plan. And I've been saying recently, I actually now have a 5-year plan, and it's amazing. I'm so in love with that concept and with who I am and where I'm doing and where I'm heading now. So that's what I mean, that some of you Tauruses are really planning something with a very firm foundation, with longevity, with a big picture way down the road. Now, whether it be school, whether it be a career, whether it be a relationship, anything, however it resonates with you, enjoy your foundation building. And this is really corny, but it reminds me of Grey's Anatomy when Derek was building the dream house for he and Meredith, and just had all the friends come over after work, building it. And there was actually the joy in the building. There was joy in the learning. There was lessons in the learning. I remember they had a crooked floor where things were rolling off. But there's so much to the actual building of the foundation. So don't skip over that part, and don't negate it for what it is. There's a lot of greatness that is happening in the space that you're in right now, Taurus, which is very exciting. Taurus, please, what else for Cancer season? Ooh. Taurus, we've got heartache and loss. For Taurus, I'm feeling a little bit of it's like a whirlwind. A little bit of a whirlwind. I'm feeling a transitionary, like a breeze coming in, a different breeze coming in to blow, which changes things. It changes things. It might change connections. It might have you switching jobs. It might have you hanging out in a new environment and not as much in your old environment, for whatever the case is. And along with all of that, our emotions come along for the ride. And at times there's a little bit of a heartache and loss. And with most of these cards, most of these when they come up, you can see she's really sitting in that place of introspection and feeling it. And we go through our emotions, we grow through our emotions. But in saying that, it's self-imposed. It's here. It's here. It's let me be and let me go through what I need to. And then when she's done, she turns around and looks at the vast expanse that is there, open and ready and willing to take us on. And know that it's not forever. It's a step, especially when that happens within transitions. And it's okay. It's okay. It's part of the journey. We're here to journey. We're not here to not do the work. We're not here to not heal ourselves. We're not here to not learn about ourselves and others. We're not here to show up in the same way that we've always shown up for the last 20 years and the same way we're going to show up for the next 40 years. That might work for some people. I just don't know how many people you'll have around you, because if other people are doing their healing and they're evolving and you don't, you'll start to see it, which is where the heartache and the loss comes in. And vice versa, as you see it and other people around you don't. For my Taurus, please, for Taurus, Cancers, thank you. Live your truth, Taurus. Live your truth. Live your truth. When this card comes out, I always get a sense of he's standing balanced so he can see clearly. He can see everything that's out there very clearly. But if this were sideways and he weren't speaking his truth, living in his truth, he would have a skewed view out the window, or maybe even wouldn't have a view. Maybe it would slide him right to the side that he can't see, and he's sort of jumping up and down to see out the window, and he just can't because he's not coming from, and I say his because it's the man on the card, but his, her, your, our, come from your space of truth so that you can have clear vision based on who you are. Ooh, that just came through. Because if you're not speaking and walking in and living your truth, then what's in front of you and what you're walking into is not, it's not going to align. It's not for you. But when you stand firm and you really know what you stand for, what you want, as you move forward, you have autonomy over, remember the solar plexus, you have autonomy over what's for you and what's not for you, and making those right decisions. We're going to finish off with the messages of the Cosmic Oracle for Taurus, please. These cards are doing so funky now. Okay, maybe not funky, just look around and find some signs, Taurus. The universe is speaking to you. Look for the signs. Feel them in your body, again in your gut. Ask the questions, whether your modality is prayer or meditation. Ask whomever you need to ask, and ask them to give you very, very clear signs. I used to, when I started out, it was like, give me a sign like I'm 5 because I feel like I'm going to miss them. And they did. Oh, they did. So look for the signs. If you're not aware of them, ask for the signs. The universe is speaking to you. Listen up. Happy July, Taurus. My Geminis, please. My Geminis, welcome to Cancer season. This emotional, intuitive month. Gemini, we've got harmony for you. Something you have been, a feeling that you have been seeking for quite a while. You're going to come across that and you're going to start to feel that, whether it is a sense of joy, a sense of belonging, a sense of, oh, finally someone who gets me. Something is falling into place, whether it's a person, place, or thing. Something is going to give you that very, the gazes, look at the gazes, they're very intent, as in, I know you, I got you. And you can see even the energy from the joined hands there. The black is synonymous with major arcana, so it's a very strong feeling, a very strong theme. And lean into it. My Geminis, don't fear it. Because I'm getting a sense of it's something that you've longed for a while. And then when it pops up, you're like, could it really be? I don't know if I trust this. I don't. Please trust it. Please trust it. Please trust it. We can only open ourselves up to great feelings, love, harmony, whatever you want to, whatever term you want to put on it. We can only open ourselves up that greatly and also risk hurt, rejection. But it's all part of life. So don't fear it and don't Don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself, Gemini, something that is there for you, for your greater good, for your benefit, for your ascension. For Gemini, please. For Geminis in this Cancer season. Wow. Okay. So when they come down, as I always say, you could deal with it or not. I've been getting that theme a lot with this deck. So this is your Truth card. And I was just going to say, interestingly enough, the Truth card also came out for Taurus too. But it came up front for Taurus. For you, it's down. So this is something, Gemini, that you could deal with or not. And leave it right there. So Truth card. He stands in his truth. You can see it's balanced. And he is seeing the full, vast expanse there. And he's seeing it with both eyes open, clear, with a sense of knowing who he is. Now, I say he, it's a man in the picture, but he, she, they, them, whomever, you, me, whoever it is, you're seeing it with clear eyes because you are balanced in your truth looking forward. But if this were uneven, he would slide down. He might not be able to see out the window or just have a skewed, what's it, Concert said, an obstructed view or have no view at all. And that's what happens when we're not coming from our place of truth moving forward. And I'm hearing that could sometimes get us into situations that we just abhor. We just really get there and don't want to be in that position because we didn't speak our truth. So Gemini, stand in your truth, speak up, speak up. You could leave it, but you will learn some lessons there. If you don't want to deal with it and if you don't want to speak up and you don't confront, hey, that's on you. That's okay. You might not be ready for it. It's your journey. It's no one else's journey. It really isn't. But if you don't, know that there will still be lessons as well in the repercussions of what will be and what is, with you sort of just going with the flow. Gemini, what did come up face up is heartache and loss. I'm feeling for some of you, Gemini, this is a place, and I'm seeing an institution. I'm seeing a building, but not residence. So something like an institution, like a school or a business, as in if some of you are moving on from a job. Some of you are moving on from job, like retirement. Okay, I'm getting two scenarios. I'm hearing retirement, and I was seeing kids with caps and gowns, so like moving on to higher education. And for both of those scenarios, if it resonates with you, and if not, if there's a circumstance that does resonate, you can tag this into your own situation. But in both of those scenarios, I'm getting a sense of you're moving from something that you knew, whether it's school that you knew for, high school for 4 or 5 years, something that you knew greatly, your people, the places, the teachers, the institution for 4 years. And in a job in retirement, let's say you've been there for 10, 15, 20, 25 years, something that you've known, people you've been around for so very long. And now you're moving into something new and different and maybe scary. If you're retiring, it's like, what do I do all day? How's that going to work? And what's that going to feel like? And you're going to miss your daily routine. You're going to miss your friends, your work friends. You're going to miss that sense of self that has really, it's the word, not conditioned, but that's really who you were for so long. It was almost like it was a part of your identity. It's gone. It's gone. And that's where I feel the heartache is coming in. And likewise with the high school situation, you know how the grade 12s, it's their school, right? It's they own the place and they know everything, and they've been there for so long. And all of a sudden they're going into something much bigger where it's a very small fish in a big pond, and it's a jar to the system. And it's It's new. It's like taking a fish in its fishbowl and dumping it into the ocean, which is also reminding me of Finding Nemo. So there's heartache and there's loss there, but know that, again, self-imposed. And for these, Gemini, for this particular one, try not to sit too long in that space and in that emotion, and turn those fear-tinged thoughts into obstacles to be challenged. Challenge accepted. And turn around and look at the window. Look out the window and see the bright expanse that is ready for you. And they're saying, it's here, it's wide open. We'll get you sorted. Just come on out and play. Don't negate it. You can feel it, but don't sit in it too long. And take that energy and transmute that into something that is better for you. What else, please, for Gemini, for Cancer season? Thank you. I can't even with the cards. Oh, my lovely Geminis, new beginnings. New beginnings. And right on the hindsight of what I was saying about that, it's very, very clear cut. But new beginnings, however they look to you in your life, however that looks. Tired of me saying it, people, places, things. New relationships, new people coming into your life. New starts, school, work, hobbies, mindset, exercise programs. Shouldn't have rolled my eyes on that one. That's a personal thing. New beginnings. Synonymous again with the major arcana of the tarot deck. This is the Fool card right at the beginning. She's got her bag packed. She's got her staff. She's got a very clear look of determination, like, I'm ready. I'm ready to conquer it all. And she's stepping out on the world. You can see the globe there. And ready to step out and make her mark. Ooh, Gemini, make your mark. Make it. You got nothing to lose. Gemini, we're going to finish off with the Cosmic Oracles. Wow. And you got 2 today here. So life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which one will you focus on? And that's really up to you to choose how you want to show up and how you want to do life. Because even if life is hard, there are ways that we could take steps to make it wonderful. It might not change overnight. It might not change in a month, but you're taking the steps, and have patience with them. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which one will you focus on? Not negating one or the other. They go hand in hand. They can happen at the same time. Life can be very wonderful and very hard at the same time. But where are you putting your focus on? Because what you put your focus on grows. And that's the feeling and the intention that you want for your life. And as well, for you, do Gemini, be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. Be you. Be you. Why be anyone else? Why not show up in your truest form? Again, nothing left to lose. Nothing. If you're not for someone, cool. And if you are, you just found your people. Absolutely fine. Happy July, Gemini. Have a fabulous month, and I'll see you online. Cancer, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go Cancer. Welcome to Cancer season. Welcome to your season. Let's see what the cards are saying for you for your month. For Cancer, please. We'll get to that one in a second. And we'll get to that one right now. As I've always said, as I always say, and continue to say, so when the cards come down for me, it is, you could choose to deal with this if you choose to accept that mission, or you could not. So I want to preface this by saying that we all live a different life. We all have our own journeys. And your timing is your timing. We know Cancer is the hermit crab. Cancer is very emotional. Cancer takes its time. So your journey is your journey. It's no one else's business. And if you choose to leave it, leave it. But if you choose to deal with it, if you choose to open up to it, if you choose to lean into it, we've got the wisdom card. The card that I always say that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. If you're ready, there's some guidance that is there for you. There's someone to walk you through. There's someone to teach you. It's there for you. If you're ready. And if you're not, you're not. And that's completely up to you. But what you've also got, Cancer, is new beginnings. Synonymous with the Fool card in the major arcana of a traditional tarot. She's getting ready to walk out on the world. She's got her bag packed, her staff, a very determined look. A look of I'm ready. Ready for new beginnings. Whether it's ready to do something new, whether it's new mindset, moving into new spaces, doing new things that you haven't done before activity-wise, or even characteristic-wise. Ties in very much to your wisdom card if you're ready. Because for some of you Cancers, if you are not ready to deal with that one, it doesn't say that your new beginnings will not happen, but it'll be on a much smaller scale. Because when you do the work, it allows you to take bigger steps, to stride with a little bit more boldness in your gait. For Cancer, please. For Cancer, please. Cancer, yeah, we've got the Shadow card. When the Shadow card comes out, I always get a sense of what is in the dark must come to the light. And for some Cancers, this may come across as, or this may unfold as things that are within us, that we've kept within us for a very long time, where they've actually calcified and got hardened shells on it. And no pun intended with the Cancer and the crab in the shell, but it's I see things inside that have calcified. They've been there so long and they've stayed. And to crack that open takes a lot of work, which is arduous, but it's also very emotional, and Cancer being emotional as well. You're going to go there? I don't know. But what is in the dark, what is deepest inside of us needs to come to the surface. It has to come to the surface in order for us to completely move in the light with which we want to do something a little bit different. And I hope that makes sense the way that it came out. And it's about taking the steps and doing the work to show up differently. And you know what I'm hearing is like a definition of crazy. You do the same thing, expect different. You keep doing the same thing and expect different outcomes, and that's not. You're going to get the same outcome until you do something different. And sometimes it'd be doing that shadow work, and it'd be doing something different for ourselves to get something different, to get a different result, to get different consequences. Something to think about there for you. Cancer, we've got also another major arcana card, Sacrifice. Sacrifice. And when this card comes out, I get a sense of sitting in discomfort because the water doesn't look appealing, obviously, and I probably wouldn't want to wade into it. But it's a small discomfort for all of the riches and the blessings. And if you tie that together with the shadow and doing the work, that emotional quagmire is going to be the sacrifice that's going to feel really icky. But the just rewards, the payoff, is where you want to focus. Cancer, for some of you, we've got discontent and boredom. And again, and I said this earlier with one of the other signs, a lot of these are self-imposed. It's how we choose to show up. Cancers, it's how you choose to show up. It's how you choose to live your life. You can live a life of boredom, but if you're getting bored of that, do something different. For him, turn around. Dude, turn your head. You can see some, ooh, there's pretty rainbow colors, and let me turn around. Oh, there's green. There's all of that out there. It's just getting out of your head and getting out of your space. And if you're discontent, do something. We're not trees. Move. Move. If you're bored, look at things that will change that. New experiences, new places, doing something different to get a different result. I feel like these are concepts that are not second hand to Cancer, but they can be learned, and you can move into new spaces, and the joy and the connection, the joy that you feel in the connections that you make all the difference for you, and kind of make your heart sing and say, oh, why did I wait so long? Why didn't I put myself first? Or why didn't I do this or that? Just know that whatever your timing is, that's your journey, and it's a-okay. Your timing works for you. Okay, for Cancer. Cancer, we've got firm foundation. Just like that reminds me of Mount Fuji. Well, a little bit. But firm foundation. And maybe some things that you thought were built on a firm foundation thus far were built on the truths that you've been telling yourself. Not saying that they're lies, but maybe those truths are skewed a little bit based on what's been hiding in the shadows. Maybe those truths are based on narratives that aren't even yours. And maybe it's time to dig into that. To start to build a firm foundation on your truth. And how you want to show up. And how you want that to look for yourself going forward for your future. Cancers, thank you for popping out to watch this for your season. Feel free to cross-watch on the other signs for your moon, Venus, or rising. That one just kind of slid out again, right? Interesting that you've had two cards. It's kind of like you could deal with it, but you also could not. And that is your truth card. Living in your truth, walking in your truth, speaking your truth, living your truth, not the stories, not the narratives, not what you believe, not how someone else has lived their life and you believe you should too, not what you read here, your truth. And I really feel like it's tied into that shadow work, that you live your truth if you choose to deal with it. If not, well, status quo it is, and in your own time. In your own time. As long as you know that your time might not always line up with other people's times. And what I do like to say to people is sometimes we journey along in this thing called life. And sometimes we continue up, we're doing the work, we're healing, we're investigating, we're learning. And people around us are here, and we can't pull them up until they're ready, but we can't let them pull us down. So there's a gulf that happens. And sometimes, on their own, they rise up. Sometimes they catapult up. They meet you up. Sometimes they never do again. And that's okay. It's okay. Is it unfortunate sometimes in life? Maybe. But we all have our own journeys. And we're all here for a reason, but also in each other's lives for a reason, which is why I always say people can be in our lives for a reason, for a season, or a lifetime. Not everyone we've met in our whole life is meant to be in our life for our whole lifetime. Because that will always keep you in the space that you've always been, and you're not bringing in newness and shaking up that energy and letting yourself be the very best that you can be. And whatever journey that it looks like for you, whatever's comfortable for you, Cancer, it's your journey. Do it. As long as you are okay with how that looks and how that feels for you. Here is your Cosmic Oracle card. Stop pushing against what is. Align with it and move on. Stop pushing against what is and align with it and move on. And so Cancer, if things are showing up in your life that it looks like they're trying to guide you and nudge you along, and you're fighting it tooth and nail, you're fighting with all your might, it's like swimming upstream against the current. If you are fighting it, should you be? Is that what's best for you? Or is that what you're used to and that's what feels safest for you? No one to answer that but you. But universally, cosmically, they're saying align with it. Align with it and move on. Things happen for a reason. It's what you're going to do with it. Cancers, enjoy your Cancer season. Thank you for joining. Leo, welcome to Cancer season. Let's see what that was super fast. What we've got for Leo here in July. Solar plexus. Oh, solar plexus. Leo, slow down a little bit. Slow down to focus on you. On you. Solar plexus is our trust center, one of our 7 main chakra systems, located right about in the gut. And I like to say that's where we get gut feelings from. For me, that's that essence of soul that's been put in this vessel that we walk around Earth in. And when we get feelings there, that is our true self. So Leo, slow down a little bit. Quiet down a little bit and really see how things feel, and start to see if you can be guided with what you're feeling rather than the outside noise and what you should be doing or what other people expect you to do, how you believe you should show up. Try to focus a little bit more on how things feel for you and let that move you forward in life, if that makes sense. If you're thinking of anything, any decision that you have to make, rather than just arbitrarily doing what you've always done and walking that path, see how it feels for you. Because I get a sense for some Leos that you don't always truly get that chance to listen to yourself because you're so busy performing for others, performing for who others expect you to be and what they expect of you. And interestingly enough, as I'm hearing that and just tying it into Cancer, because Cancer is all about emotions. Cancer is about emotions, our intuition, our self-care, prioritizing our personal desires and emotional well-being. And not that it's a huge, stark difference for Leos, but again, you live up here sort of always going and in a very vibrant state. So this is sort of bringing it right back down to within and letting that guide you a little bit and see how that feels. Trying something different. For Leos, please. For my Leos. Leo, we've got the light. I like the light and the yellow there, but the light, it's not synonymous with the major arcana card. When this card, I just heard flying too close to the sun. When this card comes out, I always get a sense of, and you'll notice as I do the readings, I don't, if someone else uses these cards, it's like a PowerPoint to me, and the rest are divine messages. It's not the card, but I always get a sense of things are there for you. They're there ready to be bestowed upon you. They're ready to be offered, given to you, guided. You just need to be ready for it and be open and willing. And you can see she's raising her hands towards it. But again, I also heard flying too close to the sun. So be careful. Be careful that you're not too close and you're not taking it all in and you're overwhelming yourself, which I think goes back to listening to your solar plexus and really knowing what's for you and what's not for you. Solar plexus is trusting in self, trusting in others, trusting in our discernment of what is for us and what is not for us, people, places, and things. So with the light, if there's too much coming and you're trying to grasp it all and bask it all in, but it's too much, maybe something's not for you. Don't do it just because it's being offered to you. People will offer you things, Leo, because you're great, you're capable, and they know that you'll do a fantastic job with it, and they all want you on their side. But you have to put yourself first, and there might be a point where you have to say, no, not this one, sorry. And you really don't need explanations. Explain if you want to. You don't have to. But it's doing what is best for you so that you are not flying too close to the sun, so that you are not in peril of being burned or burnt out. What else, please, for my Leos? Leo in Cancer season. Thank you. Leo, spiritual strength. With this card, it's always for me that we are a person. We're one person. And at times it feels in life like I can't take anymore. We just get overwhelmed and it's like, don't give me anymore. I can't take anymore. And that's when I say we need to tap into our spiritual strength, right? This is us here. I can't take anymore. And it's our spiritual strength saying, I got this. I got you. Work with me and I will hold that roof from coming in on you. But you have to work with me and you have to embrace me and you have to honor me and accept me. And whatever your modality is, whether it's prayer or meditation, but tap into the other side. And when I say the other side, I like to call them our light team, your ancestors, goddesses, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors, whomever's on the other side that you pray or meditate to. Move towards them. Move towards them, commune with them to get guidance, to give you that strength that you need. For Leo, please. For Leos. For my Leos in Cancer. And Leo, feel free to cross-watch for your moon, your Venus, your rising signs. It's down. You don't have to deal with this. You may not want to at this point in life. That's fine. That's your journey. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But know that as we move through things, we grow through them, we ascend and we learn. If you choose to deal with it, my dear Leo, you've got the disruption card, which is synonymous again with the major arcana. So it's a major shift, a major movement here, much like the Tower card. Not always a horrible thing, because new things cannot grow when there's no space. if you think about if you have a full garden and half of it is blooming and the other isn't, and you want to put more stuff in, you need to take out what isn't working to put in something new to grow. Or such, if you want to build a new house down the road, and if there isn't enough space, you have to take down what's there. So you don't have to squeeze in. You have to take down what's there and build up something that's even better for you. I'm hearing a sense that this is unexpected for some Leos. If a disruption, if a Tower moment comes up in your card, again, people, places, things, whether it's relationships, whether it's work, something changes in work, something that's going to be changed for you. It may come as a surprise to some of you. It's not something that you either anticipated or that you put forward. But that doesn't mean that it's still not a silver lining for the situation. And try to keep your mindset there, Leo, rather than falling into a place of, well, this sucks. Now what? What happened? This is Try and keep your mindset in, okay, this is ending. What does that mean? What else can I do? What can I look at? Okay, what is this making room for? And see where your mind goes from that, because your mind might even go to, oh, now I can focus on what I've always wanted, or now I can travel. Leo, look at the silver lining if that pops up for you in your life. For Leos, please. For my Leos in Cancer. Rest and rejuvenate. And this reminds me of the solar plexus card with listening to self, and a little bit of the Tower card if things are changing for you. That this is a great time for you to lean into yourself and get very familiar. Start to get really familiar with you and how you feel and what you want. And just take a breather. Take a breather from everything that you've been doing that has been to meet everyone else's expectations of what you should be doing, how you should look, how you should show up, where you should be, all of those things. Leo, take some time to rest and rejuvenate, that you come back with, and you'll come back with your great, vibrant self, but it will have a touch of really being in touch with sense of self. A fuller version of you that's really all-encompassing. Leo, we're going to finish off with the Cosmic Oracle cards. I mean, I'm not here to filter, so I will get through them here. Your life is special. Treat it with loving care. And when I'm also hearing, like, you're not just a commodity. You're not just the greatest salesperson, the greatest boss, you're not just that. You are you. You are a person. Your life is special. Treat it with loving care. And that comes from the inside. When we feel at peace within the inside and whole and good with who we are, we can give out so much more. Make time to play. Have fun. Be free. And that could be part of your rest and rejuvenate as well. It could be part of rest from all the things that you normally do that you feel you should be doing. And you're rejuvenating. Doesn't need to be meditating in a forest. It could be socializing with friends. It could be partying. It could be rock climbing. It could be yoga. It could be fishing. It could be whatever it is that really lets you feel free and lets you take a bit of an exhale. Do something kind for someone without any expectation. Leo, let's take the focus off of you and put it on someone else. Just do something for someone else. Not only no expectation of anything coming back, but don't talk about it. Just do it. Just do it. I feel like it's going to make your inner self happy. Stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do and let it go. Stop holding on to things that sort of sit back here and take up space in your head. Have your own closure with things and let it go. Full moon is coming up July 10. Great time to release what no longer serves us. Let it go and release it. And don't bring it back. We don't put the garbage at the curb and then, bring it back in afterwards. Say, oh, no, I didn't want to leave that, put that one there. Give me that bag back. Let me take it back. Let it go and move on. Move on to greatness and newness and all that is for you. Happy Cancer season to my Leos. Happy July to my Virgos. Welcome. Let's see what the cards have in store for you, dear Virgo. Ramona here from Kion Wellness Intuitive Arts. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to cross-watch for the other signs as well. Your moon, Venus, and rising to get a full picture of what's going on. So for my Virgos in July, Cancer season, your first card came down, which means you could choose not to deal with it, which is absolutely fine. It's all your timing. It's no one else's, and it's no one else's business. Or you can deal with it, which is financial and material changes. Okay, so there are financial material changes coming up in your life. It's what you're going to do with it. It's what you're going to focus on. Are you not going to deal with it? Are you going to bury your head in the sand? Are you going to pretend it's not there? It's not going to go away. It might just make a situation even worse, but no one can make you tackle something that you're not ready to. Just know that there's consequences for not dealing with what you need to deal with. And is there a safety net? And if there's not, you might want to deal with it because they're there. They're there. And there's things that you can do in terms of hustling, budging, cutting down. Like there's so many things, but it's whether you are interested in doing it or not. And that's completely up to you. That's completely up to you, Virgos. And I'm not going to say that all all Virgos or all sun signs are the same. Sorry, my voice is starting to go. And I say that because our moon, our Venus, our rising also has a lot to do with who we are. So no two Virgos are the same or would handle things the same. We are all unique people. Many things make us up. So some Virgos may just turn a blind eye to it and ignore it, hoping it'll go away. Some will deal with it very well because they don't want to be caught off guard. They don't want to be thrown under the bus by a situation. They want what's best for them, and they choose to be in charge of that. They choose to have autonomy over what's going on. So just something to think about there. Virgo, you got the Harmony card there. Harmony, another major arcana card. I'm feeling a oneness. I'm feeling a sense of oneness, a sense of understanding, a sense of feeling like you're home with someone in a way that you haven't for a very long time. Someone is giving that space to you that allows you to just be. A soft space, a soft, safe space to just be. And heal. And take time. And enjoy it, Virgo. Don't overthink it. Don't try to force it to be something else. Just let it be. And trust it. It's okay. It's okay to trust it. It's there for you for a reason. And the way you see them gazing into each other's eyes and the energy from the clasped hands, it's such a sense of, okay, I can relax for a little bit. Someone gets me. And I like that for you. I like that for you, Virgo, that you can feel safe again somewhere. I truly think this candle's not a great idea to have right here. So let me just fix that right now and move it over there. And I'll just go with the energy of having it nearby. Virgo, you've got 2 more down. I mean, you know, you could just leave them or you could deal with them. It's what you choose to do and how you choose to show up in life right now. So the first one is the spiritual union. On this card, on the chalice there, it has the infinity symbol. And I really got a sense of someone's moving into your space. For some of you Virgos, someone's moving into your space that is a that is a lifelong. I'm not going to say necessarily a lifelong romantic partnership, but it's a lifelong person in your life. Whatever the ship is, relationship, friendship, whatever that shows up. It's a little bit like harmony, but I'm getting much more than that. And it changes you. It changes a little bit of how you've thought about things in life, how you thought things were going to be, how you thought you were walking through life. And it changes the trajectory a little bit. And it does feel very spiritual, very deep, all-encompassing. It's really guiding you and wanting better for you, wanting more. But I'm hearing there's a little bit of fear there that might leave it that way. That you might not be ready to focus on that. And again, July with Cancer season there's a big focus on emotions and intuition, prioritizing our personal desires, our emotional well-being. And it would be great to do that under this energy, but if you choose not to, that's up to you. Same with victory and success. If this card here, if you focus on that, and if you focus on doing what's the best for your situation, remember this came down like that. If you choose to focus on this, you will get this. Because you're planning, you're taking your power back, you're making decisions, you're doing what needs to be done to put yourself in a better situation. But if you don't do this, and if you don't do this, you're getting what you've always gotten and will continue to get until you do something different. Different is scary, 100%. Different is new. But different can also give us something unparalleled on the other side. And wouldn't that be interesting to find out what that is? Wouldn't it be interesting to experience that? Experience something new and big and bold and something that's for us, ready for us. For Virgo, please. What else for Virgo, please? For thank you. Virgo, all your cards are coming like I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I don't get it. I wish I understood. And feel free to comment if you're a Virgo and this is resonating with you. And if you're open, feel free to comment on what's holding you back from taking steps and from doing things. Oh, my Virgos, I do love you. I'm sending you strength and love and peace. If you so choose to deal with it, it's your mental conflict. A lot going on. A lot going on. It takes up space in our head that it feels like it's being shoved to the side. And I'm not going to deal with it. And I'm just going to continue on my day to day, and everything's great. Yeah, everything's great. I'm fine. Everything's good. I'm fine, everything's good. Right? But if we deal with it and deal with that conflict that's inside of us and dig in and start to do the work, and in true Cancer's form of digging into the emotions, prioritizing our emotional well-being, focusing on our self-care. This is the season for it. So why not do it? But it's up to you. It really is. I'm just here, guidance in your journey through this thing called life, but it's up to you what you choose to do with it. And your timing is your timing. No one's going to say it's good or bad. It's just yours. It is what it is. I don't really, focus on good or bad. It is what it is. I'm going to finish up with the cosmic oracle cards here. Even those, none of them have turned face over or face down, and yours did, which is like, why are we hiding, Virgo? Why are we hiding? Why are we keeping our head down to certain situations or to so many things? What are we afraid of, Virgo? What part of yourselves, Virgo, are you scared to lean into, to open up, to question, to let speak up, to do the work, to do the healing, do all of the things? Virgo, your life is special. Treat it with loving care. And that means doing all the things and doing the work and doing the planning and doing what's really going to set you up for a successful life that you're really treating properly. It's a very emotion heavy season, Virgo. You can do it. I have faith in you. You can do it if that's what you want. Happy July, happy Cancer season to you, Virgos. Thank you for joining. Happy July for my Libras. Welcome to Cancer season. Got your first card already. Season of prioritizing your emotional well-being, your self-care, focusing on your steps, really nurturing what brings you joy and personal fulfillment. All right, so we've got a few here. So when the cards come down, for my Libras, when the cards come face down, I always get a sense of you could not deal with them and just leave it. It's your journey. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Or you could focus. You could focus on them. You could deal with them. So the first card you have here is the crown chakra, right at the top. Right at the top. Wide open. Getting a sense of connecting you with all that is above. And that we are not just here to walk this earth and be of this earth and only what's here. But knowing that there is more to what we see and hear around us. If you imagine a fishing wire that goes through your body, right down to the ground, to the roots, the 3D, right up to the 5D, and communing, bringing the two of them together and really focusing on all that is and bringing that into your world, into your path, into your decisions. And the power card. When this card comes out, I get a sense of man. And again, here's our 3D here. But here's what's inside of us. right? The king of the jungle, the power of a lion's roar. What you need, Libra, is inside of you. It is. And it might not be something that you tap into often because it feels very bold, and you feel like maybe you like to stay a little bit more even keel and not be on too much one side or the other. But there's going to be a situation or a time that comes up for you, Libra, that you need to pull deep and come out with that lion's roar in a proper, respectful, gentle tone, but assertive, a lion's roar assertively. To show up, to speak up, to make sure that you're being heard, and to make sure that it is factoring in you in all of your essence. Again, it came face down. And if you choose not to deal with these situations as they come up in your life, that's up to you. It's your journey. We all live a different life, a different journey, and that is fine. But if you deal with it, and you go through it, and you grow through it, the growth that comes from that and the autonomy that comes from tapping into your power and speaking up. What did come face up for you, Libra, is the intuition card. So intuition, third eye chakra right there. Communing with the other side, our higher self, gut feelings that we have, which are really our true selves within us. It's the guidance, the signs that give us feelings that move us forward, guide us, guard us. But intuition as well. And I'm hearing listening with blind faith. And sometimes we get a feeling or we get a message to do something and we have no idea why. And it's asking you to trust. They're asking you to trust in your intuition a little bit more, Libra. Whether you already trust in your intuition and they're asking for more of you, more trust so that they can bestow more on you and show you how great it can be to work together and to live together, the 3D, 5D. Or if this is new for you and you just solely go by the very, cerebral, and they're asking you, Libra, to listen to your intuition a little bit more, to trust it, follow it, have faith. Have faith in it. Know that you are being guided and protected. Libras, thank you for tuning in to watch. Feel free to cross-watch your other signs, your Moon, Venus, Rising. If you're ever interested in a personal reading, you can find Kion Wellness on my website at www.rlcaenterprises.com. For Libras, please, for Cancer season. My Libras, please. Okay, you've got two that came up, one that came down. So again, you're down, but if you so choose to deal with it, you've got material harvest. And although the card is showing, the card is showing, and I get a sense of all that you need will be provided, right? Between the money and the food and sort of the blessings and staying humble. I was also hearing of, I don't know if stockpiling is the word, or taking inventory. And I'm hearing something about balance. So I'm not sure if it's a sense of maybe you have your harvest and you've stockpiled a lot to make sure that you're always good and that you're never without or never caught with something that you don't need. Caught without something that you need. I'm hearing balance and taking inventory. And however that may resonate with you, Libra, and feel free to put in the comments too if it resonates. Let me know how, because I'm not really getting a very clear, vibe on it. But it's with material harvest, and it's something to do with what you have, your things, whether it's food or money and it's about counting inventory and checking what's there for you. Or maybe it's not overabundance. Maybe you have too little and you think that you're fine, whether it's finances or food, and you just need to check your inventory to make sure you're good, to make sure that it's in a place of balance that it needs to be for your best interest, for your care. Anyway, if that makes sense to you, if that resonates somehow, feel free to comment, because I'd love to get your interpretations of it as well, your interpretation of the card, of the message. How it weaves into your life is simply personal to you, and it's going to be unique for everyone. Your next two cards, and ironically enough, they're 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 of the same suit. And we've got emotional withdrawal and then fulfillment of wishes. And emotional withdrawal, when that one comes out, for me, I'm always getting a sense in this card of disengaging with other people's emotions on a situation or something that you need to deal with. Everyone has opinions and things to say on everything. But if you look at this situation, so let's just say it's your relationship, and you get a lot of feedback from different areas, which is emotionally charged, opinions from people. But and you can hear people out, that's fine, but you're not going to run with everything. Not everything is going to resonate with you, and you're going to pick and choose what works for you. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's for you, for Libras, to withdraw from all of the emotionally charged energy from what everyone else has to say, so that you can sit quietly and really feel what you need to feel, and feel what you need to do, and what feels best for you, and what feels icky for you, and what you're not going to do, because you are ultimately in charge of all of that. And then right on the tail of that, we've got fulfillment of wishes, which is, and interesting, because I got the sense of you could or not deal with material harvest, and I heard a lot of balance in there. But there's your fulfillment of wishes, and there's the riches. He's holding the food and the abundance with the greenery and the water. And let me see for you, Libra. Okay. Honoring you and what you want, and the decisions that you are making on your own, under your own steam, and what really drives you, coming from your place of truth, not anyone else's, will lead you to this place where you will get all that you not only need, but what you want. You'll get fulfillment of your wishes, your desires, because it's coming from within you, because you're not being molded, guided, guarded by other people's thoughts, opinions, and narratives. But Libra, take that time. And I'm also hearing a little bit of take that time that you can think things over. I'm a big proponent of pros and cons list. Whether you write it out, whether you think it, take that time that you can think things over and place them in your mind where they need to go and how it feels for you, so that you feel good about that when you go through it in your quiet space, so that you can get this. And Libra, we're going to finish off with the Cosmic Oracle cards. Okay, we'll take those since they shot out. Libra, what has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. And, tied onto that I was reading is shutting down everything else outside of you, your inner voice. You, Libra, no one else. Listen and act. That's your voice. It's coming within. That's your true self. That is all for you. Libra, remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. Now, you can affect people because when you change yourself and you show up differently and you speak differently and you move differently, that can affect people. That can affect change in people. You are showing, as you're showing up, that might inspire someone else to do change as well. But you can't actively, directly change someone, but you can change yourself. In the same vein that I say that we are only in charge of our actions, not other people's reactions. We can't control anything else but us. Do with it what you will. Be yourself, Libra. Happy July. Enjoy Cancer season. Scorpio, happy July. Welcome to Cancer season. What have we got, please, for Scorpio for July? July. Scorpio, stand your ground. And I was sort of hearing, when do you not? But all Scorpios are not the same. And some Scorpios may absolutely stand their ground, and some of them may not. Because we're never just one thing. We are made up of our sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. And that makes us whole and unique individuals, which is why I always say feel free to cross-watch for your other signs as well. Scorpio, stand your ground. Know how you want to show up. Know how you want to be seen. Know how you want to be regarded, remembered, and stand firm on that. Not in a horribly aggressive, bad way, but definitely assertive, saying this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and this is it. And it's okay to do that. It's absolutely okay to do that as long as you do it in a gentle way, in a proper way, in a decent way that it does not come across again as aggressive. Scorpio, please. For Scorpios, for Cancer season. Scorpio, we've got mental conflict. This one, Scorpio, is, I feel like it's been there for a while, and it's something that you've just not been dealing with and not putting focus on and not caring about it. It's kind of like it's there, but I'm not going to put a lot of energy into it. It'll work itself out. Something will happen. But there's something to be said, Scorpio, for having autonomy over your own decisions and path. There's something to be said for taking your power back, speaking up first, making the first move, dealing with something rather than just waiting for it to unravel or be dealt with for you. So something to think about. If there's something that's on your mind that's been taking up space, living rent-free there for a while, that you've been allowing it to do so, maybe it's time to clear that out and deal with that and free up that space for more goodness to come in, for something better for you in this moment in time or for your path going forward. For Scorpio, please, for Cancer season. No. Scorpio, you've also, this come up a few times with some of the signs, you've got the Wisdom card. Wisdom card, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's within you. This is within you. I'm hearing, so student is ready, but I'm hearing it's within you. And it almost feels for some Scorpios that it's a little bit of an ego thing. That, well, I don't need help with that. I know how to do that. I don't need brushing up. I don't need a workshop. I don't need anyone to tell me. But it's putting ego aside and knowing that no one's saying that you're wrong. No one's saying that you're not enough. They're just saying, hey, this could supplement, this could help. Come on over to this next stage, this next level that could really increase things for you or help benefit you, just to give you a leg up. You're not wrong right now. Just let's put some frosting on the muffin and call it a cupcake. Right? It's putting that ego aside and moving forward with a little bit of humility and acceptance to take in the abundance that's waiting for you. Oh, did you see that flip? That was like a somersault. That was kind of cool. Moving on. Scorpio, we've got you moving on. Not moving from a horrid place. If you see his card, he's moving from, there's rainbow colors there. They're a little bit darker, almost like a season of autumn. But there are rainbow colors. There's some autumn leaves there. But moving into a new space of brightness and of green leaves. And it's just chapters or seasons. It's just time to move. What was for you back here was great for you for that time. But it's time to move into something new. And that's absolutely okay. That's what we do. We're not always going to stay in one place. Moving on, moving forward, moving up, all of that is, and sometimes Scorpio, that will just shake up the environment a little bit and give you something newness. And it gives you a little bit of a boost, something new, something different, a little bit of excitement coming in. Just a new chapter, just a new chapter. I don't want to belabor that one. For Scorpio, please. Scorpio in Cancer season. For Scorpio, thank you, Scorpio. My goodness, look at that. And you move on, and in the same suit there, you have triumphant success. And it's almost like moving on again. It wasn't from a horrid place. It was just, it no longer serves you. It served you great for that time, but you're moving into a next one. And, the sword's coming out from the, like, you thought I was done, but boom, I'm ready to really conquer and be very triumphant with where you're moving into, which is really great for you. And as I said, that sense of newness, that sense of, it's going to infuse that a little bit of joy and excitement again that maybe you haven't felt in a little while, Scorpio. And that's great. I mean, why wouldn't you want to take that? Why wouldn't you want to feel that? That is lovely for you. For Scorpio, please, in July. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Feel free to cross-watch. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find Kion Wellness Intuitive Arts at rlcaenterprises.com. Ooh, material harvest. Scorpio, you've got material harvest. So when this card comes out, sometimes I get a sense of it's not about what your wants are, it's what your needs are, and that your needs will be looked after. And you can see there's money and there's food, and coming from a place of gratitude and very graciously accepting that the harvest will be provided. But I'm also hearing such a weird sensation I get in my ears when I get messages. That's very new for me. I'm also hearing that it's not that the finances won't be there for your wants. It's more about taking that little extra and putting it away and being smart about it and doing some planning. So just something to keep in mind for you, Scorpio. I mean, we all live a different life, different journey. You can do whatever you want. But with the material harvest, it's not only that you're being provided, but it's giving you a little extra to put away to safeguard you for later on. Just something to be aware of. Scorpio, you've got prosperity begins. Interestingly enough, the same suit as well there. And that's, if you'll see, that's two hands there doing it together, right? Growing there. It's almost like a co-planning, a co-energy to grow into prosperity there. Yeah. And your prosperity is beginning. And it's a matter of, and I am hearing that, yes, Scorpio, you're going to be grateful for it, but be wise about it, which ties into the material harvest too. Be wise about it. And not only take it for granted, but not squander it. Especially if there's other people depending on you there, or if you're co-creating, be very mindful that you do what needs to be done, only needs. And the wants, I mean, you can get a few wants. It's, it's nice to have it in moderation, but be very mindful of what you're doing, how you're spending, how you're budgeting, how you're making that money. For Scorpio, please. Scorpio, shadow work. So with the shadow card, not shadow work, with the shadow card, I always get a sense of what is in the dark will come to the light. Has to come to the light. And not to say that you're doing something nefarious, that it's going to be revealed. I'm not getting a sense of that. That's not what I'm talking about in this situation. But I'm getting a sense of, if there's something within you that you've been holding on to, that's been hidden, that's been dark, that's been something you've not dealt with, it needs to come out to the light for growth, for healing, for movement forward, for understanding. Oh, I'm hearing understanding. And I'm hearing that it's almost as if, Scorpio, if you have a conversation with someone about something that you've been holding on to for so long that you've never brought up, and when you speak to this person about it, and then they say, oh, that's why you are the way you are, or why you did this the way you did, because it was a trigger from that, because you were unhealed from that, because you were still hurt from that. And by revealing these things, not only are you going through your healing, but whomever you're talking to, and I don't mean like talking to, like dating talking, I just mean like whoever you're speaking to, whoever the other person is in this situation that you're revealing this to, there's understanding and there's healing of that relationship as well. And it is more than past time for this. If this resonates with you, and if you understand this message and it makes sense in your life, it's more than past time for it. And something has happened to maybe some of you to bring you there to a point of reckoning where you understand that, where you feel a little bit more fragile or time sensitive. But whatever the case is, move forward in faith, ego aside, fear aside, and a lot of ego aside, to be able to say what needs to be said, to do what needs to be done. Whew. I'm going to finish off with your Cosmic Oracle card. If this resonates, any Scorpios, if you're open to it, feel free to comment. I'd love to know how this shows up in your life. Scorpio, stop caring about what they think. This is your life. Love and live. And like I said with this card here, with the shadow card, and I said putting ego aside, because ego is, what are people going to think if they know? Are they going to think less of me? Are they going to think that I'm not a strong person, a good person, or it doesn't matter what people think. It's your quality of life and how you want to show up in it and how you want it to look for the next chapter of your life. And if you want to look differently from what it looked like in the past chapter. It's your life to live. And you want to love and live it in the best way you know how. Cancer season is a season of focusing on your emotions, your intuition, your emotional well-being, making bold movements towards what brings you joy and fulfillment. And I feel like that just really sums up your whole reading, Scorpio. And I leave this with you. Happy July. Hey, Sag. Happy July. Happy Cancer season. For my Sagittarius, please. What for my Sagittarius, please, in Cancer? And why? Did you just like get a book that came out? Okay. Okay. All your cards in one. Sagittarius. Rejoice in celebration. There's some change coming, and it's a really good thing for you. It's a blessing. And it's not even a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing, and you're going to recognize it for what it is, and you will be toasting, and you will be happy and relieved. It's like it's a new chapter. And there's a lot of buoyant, joyous feelings attached to this. And lean into it and enjoy it. I feel it in my chest. It's almost like a bubbling over. Like the joy just wants to bubble over. It's a very, I don't know if I want to say exciting time. Because two things can be true at once, and it could be exciting, but also scary. But new sometimes is scary. Change is scary. And doesn't mean it's not good. It's just scary. So two or more things can be at the same time, and you'll be rejoicing in celebration for a really great period that you're moving into. That it's time. It's your time. It's your time. Sagittarius, we've got Harmony card. I'm feeling that things are finally starting to move in harmony in life for you. In life, Sagittarius. So the card, if you can imagine the feeling of gazing into someone's eyes and really connecting with them and feeling it, feeling harmonious and at peace and joy. And even the connection of the hands joining in, the energy around it, that energetic. It's that feeling that I'm getting for your life as a whole. That things are finally moving the way that they need to, or that I need them to. And it feels good. It feels great. It feels peaceful. It feels joyous. It feels free. You're going to have all the feels, Sag. And that's great. It feels like for some of you, it's been a long time coming. And enjoy this. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. Interesting. You've got, and these are same suit, 8 and 9. emotional withdrawal, fulfillment of wishes. And this came up for another sign recently too, interestingly enough. For you, Sag. There's been a lot going on for you. Many moving parts, which you're cool with. You enjoy it. A few balls may drop here and there. You'll pick them up when you're ready. A lot of moving parts. There's a stillness that needs to happen. And I feel like for some of you Sagittariuses, when a stillness happens, it happens to you. You know when they say if you don't take rest, your body will take it for you? So at times a stillness happens for you and forces you. There's something very much to be said for taking that time on your own and moving into a place of stillness under your own steam, of your own volition. There's some healing. There's some healing, just some stuff, just some, not healing, there's some processing that needs to be done. Whether you think or not, deny it if you want, but the body knows. But there's some processing, and it's just taking quiet time to sit within yourself, to sit with nature, to sit with your higher power, to reflect on everything that's happened, most recent things that have gone on in your life. If there's some transitionary things, gratitude, be grateful for them. What are some lessons for it? What can I release? Just processing. Just processing some things. And it doesn't have to be a long extended. You don't need to go do, Vipassana for 10 days of silent retreat and processing. I mean, sounds like bliss. I'd love to do it. But even if it's a weekend away, alone. And some people have trouble being alone with their thoughts, being alone with their self, being alone with all the things. But it's such a great tool to have in your toolbox. If you can tap into that, it really is. When we can be alone and not be lonely, and truly be in touch with ourselves and have a greatest sense of self, that we come back fuller and more at peace with such a true sense of understanding. And after that, then after that, Sagittarius, because I just had to say it a couple times, then you've got fulfillment of wishes and your greatest desires, all that you've ever wanted. Everything's going to fall into place. It's really going to fall into such a beautiful place for you, and you're so deserving. You've put in the time. You've done the work, whether it's in your own story and or in other people's stories. But you come out the other side. You sit with your processing, and come out with fulfillment of wishes, where you are granted and bestowed all that you need, desire, want, have been longing for. You've got literally all your cards came out at once. We've got your intuition card, another major arcana card, tapping into your intuition. Whether your modality is prayer or meditation, but getting that guidance from the other side, from your light team, ancestors, archangels, spirit guides, guardian angels, whomever, whomever is on the other side that you turn to for peace, solace, guidance. Tap into them. Lean into them. Ask them. Our light team Two things. Our light team can only help us when we ask for help. So if you liken it to your house, someone can't just walk up to your front door and walk in. Well, they shouldn't, unless they live there. But typically they need to be invited in. Same thing with our light team. They can't go finagling around in your life unless you ask for help. And they're just waiting. The light team's waiting for us to ask for help, ask for guidance. But they need to be asked. The other thing that the light team can't do is they cannot take away something that needs to be experienced in your timeline, something that needs to be experienced in this lifetime for you to go through. But other than that, lean into your intuition and co-create. That's some of the best creations come from when you co-create and you say to whomever's on the other side, universe, whatever you want to put to it, whatever deity, that this is what I desire. What do y'all think about that? And is it for me? Is it not? And if it is, basically it's bestow on me what is for me or what is meant to be for me. Sagittarius, you've got your throat chakra. Throat chakra is I speak my truth clearly and effectively, denoted by the color blue. And continue to speak up in all situations. I feel that there's some bravery that needs to be tapped into, or that is starting to really rise to the surface, where you are saying things that you never used to say because ego was holding you back. I might sound, blah, 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 blah. And what will they think if I say this? And maybe I shouldn't. Whereas you're moving into a space where you're learning to use your words and to speak your truth and speak clearly and effectively. And please know, Sag, that no misunderstandings can come from clear and concise speech. It's when speech is not clear and concise, when it's garbled, when it's veiled, when it's double entendre, where things can become misconstrued. Oh, Sagittarius is your last card, discontent and boredom. Sometimes in life, that's what you need to go through. Sometimes in life, we have these periods. And, usually with this card, I say it's self-imposed. And if he just turns, he sees the bright rainbow colors there. He sees the vast expanse. And that's all there. You don't have to stay in that boredom. But for you, Sag, sometimes there are things that we need to do in life and places that we are in life that will be incredibly boring for us. But know that it's not forever. It's for that short period in time where it serves a purpose or that things need to be done. So don't let this lead you astray. Do what needs to be done in the space of boredom where you're discontent, because I'd rather be out playing rather than being bored doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. Focus on it, and then it allows you to play. Right? Focus on it quicker, get through it, and it allows you to play on the other side. Because we can't, if you look at kids at school, they would love to be on the playground all day, but you also have to work. And just when you hit that period in class where you're bored to tears and you're about to fall asleep, it's lunchtime. And then you have lunch and then you go out on the playground. So everything is there for a purpose, for a reason. You pull your last card, which is the Cosmic Oracle cards for Sagittarius, please. Oh, something jumped there. And you as well, Sagittarius. Stop caring about what they think. This is your life. Love and live. Your vision of your life doesn't always need to conform to everyone else's. They actually may not get it. They don't need to. They need to get their life, and you get your life. We all live different lives. As long as you are showing up and you're happy and you're comfortable and you are complete and you have all your bases covered in your life, it's yours. Love it and live it. Love it and live it. Happy Cancer season to my Sagittarius, and thank you for joining. Capricorn, happy July, happy Cancer season to you, to all my Caps out there. Let's see what we've got for you this month. This month of the very emotional Cancer, focusing on your well-being, focusing on what gives you joy and fulfillment. All right, we've got a few cards here. I don't know if you can, as I pull them up, you actually had 4 cards that came out face down. When cards come out face down, I've been hearing or getting a sense of they are things that you don't have to deal with, and you might not choose to at this time, or you can deal with them. So let's see what you've got here. First one is the Universe card. Universe card, synonymous with the Major Arcana. When the Universe card comes out, I really get a sense of like the universe is wide open for you. It's what you're going to do with it. Do you want to live fully and boldly and step into it in all of your greatness? Or is something holding you back that you're doubting yourself? Oh, Caps, are you doubting yourself? Are you doubting whether you're good enough for a certain situation, whether you have what it takes, whether you will, if you are successful in it, if you will be showing up the best way that you can? So I feel like there's some doubt there that would be why you don't deal with it, as opposed to, let me walk right in and let me show up in the best version of self and know that I will be fabulous because it's me, if that makes sense. Not in an egotistical way, but just when you come from a place of pure authenticity and who you are and all that you have to give, and you're walking in your truth and you're offering it, you're giving your best. You're giving your best of yourself. And that's what I mean. And it will show. Another down, or let's face it, is the Light card. Sorry, the Hope card. The Hope. And you can see that there's a figure right in the middle of the hands there and full of energy. And so when this card comes up, because some of you know, for me, it's like a PowerPoint. I don't follow the doctrines of the deck. It's just like a PowerPoint and the messages of what I get for the card, because it can differ for people and signs, for me. But it's all that you need. All that you need, my Capricorns, is in your hands. It's within you. It's ready. It's within your grasp. But are you going to do anything with it? And is it that same doubt as that? Or is it more a sense of, it's too hard. I don't know if I have time. Can I fit it into my schedule? What if I'm stretched thin? What if it has me lacking on one side in order to give this? There's some doubts there that make you want to not move forward. But what I would say for my Caps is that if it's something that really interests you and is your desire, your wholehearted desire, make it happen. Figure it out. Make a way. Capricorns, don't be held back from something that is for you by something that you are in control of. Just see if I can say that a little bit better than how it came through. Don't let yourself hold you back from something that is ultimately for you and for your greater good. Figure it out. Figure a way out. if you're ready. If you're not, that's cool. Really. It's not my business. We all live a different life and a different journey, and that's okay. That's okay. At the end of the day, the only people that we really have to answer to are ourselves and our higher power. So I'm just here reading the cards and giving you the messages that come out. Don't want to deal with it, but if you do, heartache and loss. It feels like a loss that has already happened that you haven't fully dealt with. Whether it be the grief from it, whether it be the emotions tied to it, whether it be the emotions tied to it, whether it be the lessons. Capricorn, if you've experienced any form of a heartbreak or a loss that you think you have, but you see it maybe showing up in other aspects of your life, whether it be pessimism or just being very closed to things. Maybe you really haven't. Maybe you haven't. And maybe you don't want to yet. But maybe you want something different. And maybe you've noticed there's a bit of stagnation and you weren't sure why. So maybe you want to try something different to get something different and process. And this, again, it could resonate differently if it does resonate with you, Capricorn. It could show up differently in your life, but I'm just going to give you an example. I'm a big proponent of doing postmortems after relationships. Much like after a business meeting, you do a postmortem to see what worked and what didn't, what you can do better. And same with relationships. What worked? It worked at one time. What was really great? What worked about that you want to keep? What didn't work? Because obviously it didn't work because you're not there. What did you do? What's on your side of the street? What did they do? There's two people in everything. What would you do differently? What are you willing to accept and not accept in a relationship going forward? What aspects, so again, back to what worked, what aspects would you want to pull in and look for going forward? And in doing all that work, we hold on to the lessons that we need in moving forward. And it's like skimming if you think of the ocean coming in and the debris coming to the top, and you skim all the crap off the top and you get rid of that because you don't need it. You don't need it. It's the crap. You're just keeping the lessons. And when you go through that work and you do the postmortem and you see these things written as they come out, it allows you to feel them. Remember, we go through our emotions, but we grow through them too. And allows us to move forward. Not necessarily with a blank slate, but with some really great gems that we have sort of asterisked and highlighted. And we've gotten rid of the excess, the grudge and sludge that we don't need. That allows you, Capricorns, to turn around and look out the window and see the bright blue skies and the white fluffy clouds, and it makes you feel so good and wonderful and ready to move forward, whole and fresh and new, if you choose to accept your mission. Capricorns, you've got the heart chakra, denoted by the color green. The heart is, and it's love for others, but it's self-love as well. And interestingly enough, with it being Cancer season, which is very emotionally charged, And this is about prioritizing your personal desires and your emotional well-being. And what I'm hearing is that true self-love. Do you truly, truly feel it, Caps? Or are you still working on that faith it till you make it? Are you saying it, but you don't know if every cell in your body is really, really feeling that and walking in that? And I mean, I'm just here. It's not my business, but that's for you to sit with. Because you want to be your best self. And my lovely Capricorns, I want you to be your best self. And I want what's best for you. And even if you don't know what's best for you, or if you're not at a point where I can say, I want what's best for me and putting me first, if you're not there yet, I will do it for you. I want what's best for you because you are deserving. You are deserving. Capricorns, you've also got the Wisdom card. Wisdom card, when it comes out, I get a sense of when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Your fortitude, willingness, your willingness is there. It's a matter of prioritizing, maybe with some time, some timing things, some scheduling, logistics. But your willingness and your heart is saying, I'm ready. I want to learn. And it's there for you, and you can see it lining up. It's just the logistics are a little bit of a sticking block in the way for you. But see what works for you. See how you can make it work for you. I'm trying to think of a good scenario to give, but I guess the most I can liken it to is going back to school. If someone wants to go back to school, but they work full time or they have a family as well, well, schools have made it that you can now do that online in the evenings, incremental classes, and do the work outside of classes wherever you can squeeze it in. They've made it so that it can fit in where it needs to for people. So whatever you need to do, Capricorn, that needs to be done, fit it in wherever you need to. Ask the questions. If you don't ask the questions, you won't know. You won't get the answers. You don't know what you don't know. Another down card, because why not, right? But if you so choose to deal with it and accept that mission, there's your accelerated motion. When you have a very clear gaze on where you want to go and what you want to do, the universe will roll this out for you in an accelerated motion. Or you can piecemeal through it and figure it out and get there in time. But if you're ready, and I like it at putting a GPS into the system, you could say, oh, I want to go, if you're driving from LA, you could say, I want to go to San Diego. Well, it's going to take you to the city of San Diego, somewhere within the vicinity. But if you have a clear address, it can take you exactly where you want to go, which is what you will get in life as well with accelerated motion. So something to keep in mind there. Capricorn, we're going to finish off with the Cosmic Oracle cards. Oh, that one just jumped right out. Capricorn, live your life with both feet in. Fully commit to being here. Fully commit to being here. And, at the beginning I talked about doubts, maybe not feeling like you have what it needs to show up. Switch that, change that mindset, fully jump in with both feet, fully commit to being here. You are here, you are worthy, you are unique, you have talents, you are meant to be, you are beloved, you are valued. Fully commit and know that everything that you have, Capricorn, everything that you have to offer is going to be willingly embraced by the universe, by the collective. Happy Cancer season to you, Capricorn, and I will see you online. Aquarius, you are up. Happy July. Welcome to Cancer season. Take those for you. Oh, interesting. All right. It's funny, some of these signs now, all your cards are coming out at once. So here we go. First card you've got, Aquarius, rest and rejuvenate. I'm getting a sense of a full schedule, but make sure that there's time in there for you, for self-care, for all the other things outside of just working nonstop, getting that bag and doing all that you got to do. And not just a physical rest and rejuvenation, but I'm also getting a sense of a renewal of self, a rejuvenation of self. And I see a lot of mindful thinking going on within your period of rest. Now, rest doesn't necessarily mean for everyone sitting in a forest. Some people don't find that relaxing, and that's absolutely okay. Your rest could be yoga, rock climbing, bike riding, working out. Your rest can look, playing video games, your rest can look very different from anyone else's, and that's okay. We are all unique beings. But in that time, something that also allows your mind to process some things, allows you to rejuvenate, to fill yourself back up. Again, mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever the case is. Aquarius, you've got the waiting game. That too is jumping out at me. That too is jumping out at me at 2 months. So with this waiting game, so the card itself, you can see in the hourglass that anything that has truly great abundance and really is blooming and blossoming has strong roots, and it needs time to build that. And that's okay. And that's okay. And you can walk the cycles and let it build. And let it grow and let it be nurtured and do what it needs to do. And there's something on the back end of that it's like something is growing, but something is here as well that sort of is almost like what's it called? Like a bookend, like holding a book here. And that's what I'm getting the 2 months at, that something, not necessarily 2 months, it could be, anywhere from like today up to 2 months, that something needs to shift for this other one to flow and build and go, which is, when I look at the card, I've always just seen that person as just sort of walking the circle, walking the path, but it's almost like something needs to walk away from this to allow this to spiral and grow. Interesting. And your next card, Aquarius, came face down, which if you're familiar with my readings, you could not deal with it if you don't feel that it's in your timing. Hey, it's your life, not mine. But if you choose to deal with it, awareness. This is synonymous with the Major Arcana card from traditional tarot, right after the Fool, setting out on a new beginning. And it's awareness and having that scope, sort of like our crown chakra, awareness of there's more to this here earth than just what we see, touch, feel, and walk through every day. A sense of so much greater on the other side. And when we tap into that energy and learn about synchronicities, things happening for a reason, alignment, energetic connections, that it opens us up a little bit more. And it actually really makes life exciting sometimes too. I liken it to not swimming upstream against the current. There's something about co-creating and leaning into that universal energy, that you're moving more with the stream. You're swimming along with the stream and you're flowing, and it feels so good and it feels so right. But it's having that awareness. If you so choose. If you so choose to do something different, to get something different. If you so choose to accept that mission. If not, it might come around again, because what's for you will never pass you by, just in a different timing. Oh, friends. Oh, my Aquarius friends. We've got your solar plexus. Solar plexus is your trust center, trusting yourself, trusting others, trusting in your discernment of what is for you and what is not for you. Trusting, so let me back up. So the solar plexus is in our gut, one of the 7 main chakras, and I liken it to like a little bean, a little seed that's put in us. This is the essence of soul that's put in us in these vessels that we walk around in this thing called life, just trying to make it all work, which is why we feel gut feelings on things. And so I always say, like, you can be excited and all swim in one direction, or it can be very frenetic and not feeling good. And we feel that in our gut. For you, Aquarius, I'm getting a sense of being open to trusting again. Whether it be yourself and or others. And for some of you Aquarians, it might be both. Because you might have felt let down by people you've trusted in the past, or situations or relationships that you felt in the past that you thought you knew and it didn't work out. So it has broken that trust in you. But also maybe you don't trust yourself because you think that in the past that you were guiding yourself properly and it didn't work out. And now you're not trusting in your discernment of situations, in your discernment of what is for you. Please know, Aquarius, that you always did the best you could with what you knew at the time. You were never careless. You were never thoughtless. It was, we do the best we can with what we know at the time. And as we progress through life, we mature, get a little older, get a little wiser. And we do better because we know better. So please don't kick yourself for who you were before and what you knew before. And please don't think that that holds you back from the greatness and the deserving that is open for you. I hope that makes sense too. If there's any Aquarians out there, if it's resonating, and if you are so called and you're open to it, feel free and comment, because I would love to see how this shows up in your life and if that makes sense to you. Aquarius, you've also got mental conflict. Kind of feel like it could be tied into the solar plexus a little bit. Definitely things that have been on your mind, just ruminating over and over and over, and a little bit of a sticking point for you. Maybe some things that need to be dealt with so that you can get them out of your mind. A little bit like doing a postmortem. I talk a lot about doing a postmortem after a relationship. What did they do? What did you do? Two sides to everything. What would you do differently? What will you not tolerate going forward? And really learning the lessons from these things that are sticking here, and getting all the sludge and the crap at the top, getting rid of that because you don't need that. And clearing this mental conflict for you, Aquarius, so you can move forward with a nice, fresh new page in your book. You've got support. Support, Aquarius, you have support. And I liken this card, and I love this card, because it's not like, oh, we're holding hands. It's, I got you. I say this all the time. The card is, I got you. I've got you. I will support you. And it's a true partnership there. It's an alliance. It's a feeling of, someone who understands you and is willing to be there. Not just in the good times, the bad times too, because they will come in all times, in all ways. And I feel for some of you, for Aquarius, is that you're not accustomed to that feeling or that sentiment from someone, and it's new. Maybe a little bit scary. That doesn't mean don't lean into it, because we don't want to run from our fears anymore. We want to face everything and rise. We want to face it all. We want to face everything and rise above to your greatest potential and your greatest deservement of so much happiness and love and all that you desire. Because just because something hasn't worked out in the past doesn't mean that nothing is going to work out for you. Something is there and it's ready for you. And remember that awareness, just having awareness, being in touch with and being aware of the synchronicities and the alignments and the energetic connections surrounding you and guiding you. And remember, Aquarius, that it's Cancer season. Cancer is emotional. It's prioritizing your well-being, your personal desires, prioritizing your emotional well-being, and really taking bold moves forward into what brings you joy and fulfillment, because you are deserving of it. Last card here, you've got the Patience and Planning card. And Aquarius, there's something to be said for the timing. Planning needs to happen. Planning allows building. Patience allows building. Sometimes when we jump right in, it all falls apart because there isn't a firm foundation. It hasn't been given the time to really And it might even be building through a couple seasons. And that's fine. And that's strong and that's amazing. And it's something new because maybe you're not used to doing that. And that's fabulous because that means that you're doing something different and you'll get something different. And isn't that exciting? And enjoy in the time. I'm going to finish off with the Cosmic Oracle cards for my Aquarians. Do something kind for someone without any expectation. And not only any expectation back, but also maybe without any fanfare, any discussion, any I did this. It just do something kind and just see how it feels for you. And know that you've affected someone's life by your kindness, which at the end of the day is so beautiful. Happy Cancer season, Aquarians. I wish you luck. Pisces, 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 Pisces. Happy July. Happy July, happy Cancer season. Ooh, they've started already for you. Your first card we got was Patience, and they're flying today. Patience, patience, Pisces, patience, patience. Do you lack patience? You can't plant a seed and have it grow overnight. Same thing with ships, situations, people, places, things, whether it be relationships or if you think of like job applications, sometimes it takes, months. Just because you're not seeing your return on investment ASAP doesn't mean that things aren't happening behind the scenes, Pisces. So have patience. Know that the patience is in the planning. There's a reason for that timing. And let it do what it needs to do. It's all going to work out just fine. Pisces, you've got emotional loss, which is interesting. Cancer is the season of emotions, prioritizing your personal desires, your emotional well-being. There might be some things that you've gone through that you need to work through, feel through, go through them and grow through them and feel every inch of them. And then let it heal and move on. And once you do that, you see the circle, once you do that, and then you turn, you can see the brightness on the back end. And the world's ready to welcome you back when you're ready to dive in. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take any and all the time that you need to feel and go through and grow through the loss. And grieve it, however it looks to you and however the loss came to be, whether it's just whether it's a change of situation, a change of locale, if you've moved and you're homesick, or you've actually literally lost someone in your life, or just a friendship has changed. Whatever that is to you, that's all that matters. Let it be to you and deal with it how you need to, and come out the other side when you're ready and the world's ready to envelop and embrace you again. Pisces, you've got victory and success. There's something new. I'm getting like a new job or a promotion, something that's been, not a promotion, but something that's been applied to, that you've been waiting for so long, to the point that you figured it was a no-go. And it's something that it's going to come up again, or you're going to hear about it, or you're going to have accomplished it. You're going to receive it, and it's going to throw you for a loop a little bit, because it's been so long that you thought it was a no-go, and your mind moved on with other things. And when it comes up, it's kind of, oh, okay, that's still a thing. Okay. And then you need to think really quickly, is it still what I want? Well, yeah. And you're going to be victorious with it. You're going to be victorious with it. And I know I just said, is it still what I want? Yes. But think about it. And if your situation has changed and it's not what you want, that's fine. But it feels good for you. And I feel like it was more a matter of, and I reference it sometimes, the spiritual law of detachment. You wanted it so much, you applied or you did whatever needed to be done. And then you just detached and let it go and got busy with life and do what you need to do, and life goes on, and then it comes back. And because you detached from it, you got away from that, where like the magnets are repelling each other because you were focusing too much on it. Okay, that was like a whole, okay. For Pisces, please. I don't know if y'all can hear that thunder. Oh my goodness. It's been like 1,000,000 degrees for the past week, and now it's just thundering. And I hope it cools off. Thank you. Pisces. 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 Yeah. Pisces, we've got mental conflict. The mental conflict that I'm hearing is a situation where you are not speaking your truth. That if you were to speak your truth, Pisces, you wouldn't have this situation. And it is, you're not speaking your truth because, and a few different, whether you don't want to offend someone, or you're afraid to show up too strongly or too much in an oppositional state, but it sits in your mind and it's bugging you, and it's not bugging them, they're fine, but it's sitting here and it's weighing down on you. And when the card came out, and I also got trapped in fear, and I was like, what is the fear there? Why are you not speaking your truth? Why are you not speaking up? Why are you not speaking up for yourself? Why are you not standing up for the situation? What is it? What is it? And the trapped in fear card, I always really get a sense of self-imposed, because maybe he could get up and walk around. Maybe there's another way out. Maybe he could squeeze through one of them. Who knows? Who knows? And has he looked at the different options? Because although the sun's even coming out there, right? So when you look to the light and you're in a brighter state of mind, that you think of other possibilities, which I've never gotten with this card before, by the way, in all the years I've used it. But even as he looks, and if he has a brighter state of mind and more positive and more in that space of, let me try and fix this. Let me find a way around it. So why Pisces? What's trapping you? What's keeping you? And why are you allowing it? And it's not it from an outside, it's you. Why are you allowing you doing this to yourself? Pisces, you have the partnership and alliances card. And with this card, I always say, like, someone's like, I've got you, I support you, I've got the tightest grip on you. And I feel like whatever you're fearing, whatever's really holding you back from speaking up and speaking your truth, talk to someone, confide in someone, get some help, get some assistance, get some other points of view, gather some more tools for your toolbox so you have ways to deal with it. It might just be a matter of, when you speak about it to a confidant, someone close around you, and they got you. They got you, and they're with you through it, and give you some tips, give you some guidance, maybe whatever the case is, but you're not alone. You're not alone. And it's reaching out, Pisces. It's just reaching out and talking and being open and not keeping it within. For Pisces, please. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for joining. If you'd like to cross watch, feel free to check out your moon, rising, and Moon rising and Venus, because they all make up a little bit of who you are. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find Chiron Wellness Intuitive Arts at rlcaenterprises.com. Choose wisely, Pisces, choose wisely. I'm a big proponent of a pros and cons list, and do that if you need to. I feel like I feel like you're on the precipice of a decision coming up where 2, maybe up to 3 avenues could work for you. And that's why it's choose wisely for what's the number one, what's the top one. And in that, a pros and cons list would be great, because then it's out on paper and you can really qualify it and see what is for you. But choose wisely for what works for you in all aspects, and your support team if it needs to include them as well. And then at the end of the day, sit with how it feels in your gut, my dear Pisces, and see how it feels for you. I also call it playing the tape, which I learned from a friend many years ago who's a psychotherapist. And it's playing the tape forward, like watching a mini reel. I don't mean like reel like social media. I mean like when they had the films on the reels, and I'm probably really just telling my age right there. So if you have 3 decisions, let's just make it 2. So if you have 2 choices to make, see yourself, play the film, play the reel of you in this one decision and what life looks like, and see how it feels for you and all the things around you. And then do it with the other stream and play that one, play that film forward and see how that looks. See how you feel, see how it plays forward, and see what feelings are in your body and what it invokes in you, and really how you want to feel and how you want it to look. And see if that exercise helps. It's an interesting exercise. My dear Pisces, we're going to finish off with the Cosmic Oracle cards. That was half the deck. So the top one for you, which is, it's so clearly for you. Clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. I'm going to make that like really nice and big for you, Pisces, because the only word missing on this card is dear Pisces. Clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. Curious about why the physical? It's all energy. It's all energetic. Clutter can be stagnant energy. So let's throw everything at it. Clear everything out and let everything work together for you to get you the very best result that you want. Happy Cancer season, Pisces. I will see you online.